A lot of times I get entrepreneurs who are like, can I sell this? Can I sell that? Does the government buy this? Or what do they buy? Or what can I sell? Or what should I sell? Really, I always say start with where you are. What are you already selling? Because if you can sell it to a person, you can sell it to the government. What's up, everybody? Today, I'm going to be sharing with you lucrative services that you can absolutely sell and the government will buy for your business, and they buy it in bulk. So I know that a lot of times I get entrepreneurs who are like, can I sell this? Can I sell that? Does the government buy this? Or what do they buy? Or what can I sell? Or what should I sell? Really, I always say start with where you are. What are you already selling? Because if you can sell it to a person, you can sell it to the government. But today I'm actually going to walk you through a list of things that I know for certain the government is buying. I have clients that are winning contracts in these areas, and I have seen lucrative opportunities being posted often on these procurement sites of things that they're looking to purchase as well. So the first thing that I want to share on the list is, write this down, professional development trainings. Yes, professional development trainings, leadership and development, PowerPoint trainings, whatever type of trainings you have that you can help an agency's office or body of people or their employees get better than where they are today. The government is buying trainings. Yes, they are. In fact, one of my colleagues actually just secured her first $1.6 million to teach leadership and development training. So if you're smart, if you know how to do some things, if you know how to help people move or get unstuck to move from point A to point B or whatever, then you have the skill set and you know what it takes to actually get results out of people. You can sell that skill set to the government and land a lucrative contract, right? So that's number one. Number two, mental health consulting. I noticed there's so many opportunities in the mental health space that have gone unresponded to. If you are a mental health coach, training consultant, maybe that's your expertise. Even if you've worked in the mental health industry for years and maybe you have your licensing or whatever, these are opportunities that you are currently leaving on the table. Especially post-COVID, there's so many young teenagers, young adolescents, young adults that have committed suicide, that have resorted to like drugs and all these other things. And there's a lot of mental health help that our society needs, right? We need to address those things. And so there's opportunities. And even post-COVID, I remember where President Biden was signing a bill to go into the mental health industry, basically signing a new bill, which means that there is a lot of money that they've dedicated to actually address these mental health and post-COVID mental health concerns. And so those are opportunities, you guys, that are out there. So that's number two. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you're enjoying it. I wanted to take some time to invite you to join me in the GovCon Challenge. The GovCon Challenge takes place once a month, where I invite a bunch of entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs to come and have me teach you the 5 things you must do to pre-qualify your business to land lucrative contracts with the government. So join me in the GovCon Challenge. Click on the link in the description. You'll be glad you did. Join as VIP for exclusive behind-the-scenes information, and you could become a part of the top 1% of entrepreneurs across the nation. Now back to the video you were watching. Number 3. Okay. A great friend of mine, a close friend of mine, his colleague actually secured her first multiple million to the tune of $13 million government contracting, doing what? Manufacturing weapons. Yes, it is. Women can do this too. In case you didn't know, you can manufacture weapons. Yes, you can. And the crazy thing about it is she secured this contract simply because, not because she's been in the industry, not because she knows anything about guns, because she knew absolutely nothing, but simply because she was a woman who was certified to do business with the federal government. And they said, you've been taking action on janitorial contracts. You've been taking action on supply contracts. Doers, would you like to get this contract, because we need to spend it with somebody, right? It's just like, oh, yeah, that's not what I do. How about we show you how to do it and pay you to do it? So that's a great opportunity to have. Sign me up for that. I love working with the government. I love the idea of knowing that there are opportunities and positioning myself to win lucrative contracts. They changed her life and put her in a whole nother industry of doing something that she had absolutely no knowledge, no skill set, no past performance, no experience, no anything. All she had to bring to the table was the fact that she was a Black woman, which is very valuable. So in case you were wondering, am I good enough? Yes. That's just proof to show that you can just be you and land opportunities, just being yourself. Because a lot of times they're like, what about my thing? I want to sell this thing to the government. It's some type of thing that I created and designed. Maybe they're not going to buy that thing, but are you in business to make money, or are you in business stuck to try to sell something that nobody wants? Right? So for me, I like making money. I don't know about y'all, but I believe y'all like to make money too. And if you do, sometimes you just got to think outside the box and be open for opportunities, open to grow and to learn new things. Anyways, number 4 is, y'all ready for it? Number 4 is PR services. PR stands for public relations. Yes, you can land lucrative contracts in the public relations game, right? With the government. You're like, why are they buying public relations? Because there's some things that happens in the government that you want to make sure that it's put out in a certain kind of way with a certain kind of messaging to the people for them to receive the relationship between the government and the public, right? So in that manner, there's a lot of public relation contracts that are out there. There's not a lot of PR firms who are even aware that you can sell to the government. So that's a tip. If you do PR, you know somebody who does PR, don't sit on the game, especially if you're not taking action on it. Share the information with someone that may take action and actually secure some of these contracts that are out here. So we have number 5. Okay. It's no secret that buildings are going up, buildings are coming down. Every single state has cranes, all y'all cities. Like I travel a lot. So one thing I do pay attention to is what type of infrastructure is being built. How much money is the local governments and the state governments putting into building out new infrastructure and developing their towns. And so every time you see a crane go up, those are opportunities, not only for general contractors, so there's construction contracts, but all the specialty trades and all the professional services that can go on those particular projects as well. And if you're a woman in construction, those are huge opportunities, right? Because there's a lack of women in construction. But also, if you're in construction generally, there are multi-million-dollar and even multi-billion-dollar construction contracting opportunities that are out there. So those are like highly lucrative opportunities. Number 6, speaking of construction projects, whenever there's construction, there's always going to be a need for, drywall, electrical, plumbing, glazing, all of this stuff. Even these are called specialty trades, right? There's definitely contracts that are standalone for specific specialty trades as well. All right, so we have specialty trades. That's number 6. Number 7, one of my favorite, design services, right? So what kind of design services? Graphic design, whatever type of design that you do, architectural design, anything creative, they actually have contract opportunities for design services. So that's one that most people don't talk about. There's not a whole lot of companies that I see that provide design services that are looking into the opportunities to do design services for the government. But there are opportunities to utilize your skills with the government as well. Number 8 is project management. Yes. If you are really great at planning, managing timelines, budgeting, helping people stay on track with their budgets and things of that nature. There's so many different things that goes into time of project management, but managing projects, managing larger projects, smaller projects, or whatever. But all of those skill sets for project managers, yes, you can not only land a lucrative contract directly with the government doing project management, but also you can land lucrative subcontracts doing contracts with prime contractors as well in that particular space. So Cliff says, this is so true. I submitted a bid and won the first contract in less than a month at the state level. Yes. And you win some, you lose some, right? So if I will be remiss to not share with you that there will be losses, but guess what? There will also be wins. And the biggest loss that I see happening, the most common loss, is that people don't take action. You've lost before you started if you never take action. If you're afraid to lose, you've already lost the battle before you've given yourself a chance. So you should actually be excited about losing, right? Because guess what? Those are opportunities to learn why you lost so you can get better at pitching and winning government contracts. So congratulations to Cliff. So number 9 is security. Security. So I have a friend. Y'all probably saw on my YouTube channel interview that I had with one of my friends. His name is Jimmy. He has a security company. And for years, Jimmy did private security services for like B2B, like business to business clients. And I was like, Jimmy, you need to come over here on the government side because, man, you're going to win like big because they buy security guard services like all the time. And there's so many different ways that you can position your business if you have a security business. But his first contract that he won after me trying to show him do this and him running for 2 years straight, he ran. And then he finally paid attention, landed his first $1 million contract where he was invoicing over $70,000 to $80,000 a month. The first contract that he ever landed. So it was $1 million. Life changing. It changed his life. It changed his zip code. Him and his wife picked up and moved to a whole other state, all that stuff. So number 10 is janitorial cleaning services. All day. If you have a cleaning business, all day long, you can clean government buildings, construction sites, all these opportunities that are out there. I have friends and colleagues that are actually getting contracts to clean what they call fleets, right? So those are like fleet of city agency cars, fleet of like the EMC vehicles and stuff like that. So even if you have janitorial or a detail car washing service, like you can get a contract, like a big one, right? So if you're serious about changing whatever it is that you didn't accomplish this year, whatever your financial goals, your wealth goals, whatever it is, the asset goals that you want to, all those different things, like you can actually accomplish that in the new year, but you have to have a vehicle by which you're going to accomplish that, an action plan. And what I'm showing you is the only thing that I've seen that allows you to be able to do that seamlessly. But of course, you got to be willing to put in the work, right? You still have to take action because the result is up to you to get the results. We can only show you the blueprint. We can only help you through the blueprint. But if you don't want the help, if you refuse to do the work, then you're never going to get the results. So if you are an action taker and this is something that you've been wanting to do, or maybe you just discovered that this is a very lucrative industry that can actually change your life and you want in, right? Because that can happen too, then join us in the upcoming 5-day challenge. We're going to help you get pre-qualified for these lucrative contracts that are coming down the pipeline. And maybe this time next year, you'll be one of those success stories that I can say that person started in the challenge, or maybe that person started before the challenge, and then they went on to start the momentum because of the 5-day challenge. And then they ended up this time within a year grew a multiple 6-figure or even a multi-million-dollar business because they took action. Those are the type of stories that I love sharing. Those are the type of people that I love to work with. Those who are willing to not just think that it's going to happen overnight. Nothing happens overnight. Success doesn't happen overnight. In fact, God, who is the all being, who can do anything, he didn't even create the world overnight in one day. And he has the ability to do that. He did it over 7 days intentionally. So just know that it's going to take time, but that's all we have is time, right? But you're going to do it a lot faster with the government than you would do it without doing business with the government, a lot faster. So, which is going to give you time back and give you more money than you have time to spend where you can spend that time and the money in this lifetime with the people that you say you love the most, right? And change your life in the process. So that's it for me, you all. Go be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth, subdue it, and all those great things. And if you are serious about making some real money, some life changing income, and changing your life, join us in the upcoming 5-day challenge, and we're going to help you get your business pre qualified for government contracts. I'll see you next time.